Let's save some money with this cute coin bank project. Hello, I am Katie from thecraftyblogStalker.com, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Here are most of the supplies that I'm going to be using, and don't worry, I do have a supply list with links in the description of this video and in the blog post. We will also be using an SVG that I designed specifically for this project that I have made available for you to download for free. I'm going to start here in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to click on New Project. I do want to point out that I am on a computer. If you are on the app version of Cricut Design Space, your canvas will look a little bit different. I'm going to start by uploading my design, and then I'm going to click on Upload Image. I've got the design saved over here. I'm just going to drag and drop that in. If I wanted to, I could add some tags here, but I'm not going to worry about that. I am just going to click on Upload, and there is my SVG. I'm going to highlight it. See that green box around it? That is highlighted, and then Add to Canvas. I'm going to turn this design into 3 layers, and the first thing we want to do is create an offset. I'm going to highlight my design and click up on Offset, and you see that little blue line around my design. As I move this, that blue line changes the offset. Right now it's 4.17, or I could make it 0.167. We can really change that however we want it to go. I am going to change it to 0.139 because I like how all of these little points connect. If I went smaller, they wouldn't all connect. I'm going to click on Apply, and you can see over here on my Layers panel, it adds that offset. I'm going to keep that highlighted, and I'm going to come down here to Contour. All I want is this outside shape. I don't want all of these little pieces in here. So I'm going to click on Hide All and then X out. And there you can see that I don't have any holes in that back offset. I'm going to highlight the design, and I can see over here in the Layers panel that it is the original design that is highlighted, and I am going to duplicate it. On this design, I only want the me, the, and the cash. I'm going to highlight this second design and then come down to Contour. And I don't want any of the show, so I'm just going to click on all of these pieces to hide them. And I don't want any of the money. So I'm going to make sure and click on every single little shape there. Now I can X out of there, and that looks correct. And I can even change the color of this if I want. Now on this first design, again, not the offset, the original design, we're going to hit Contour on that one. And we only want the show money. So we're going to click on all of these little pieces, and I'm going to move to the sidebar for the money so I can make sure and hide all of those mini pieces because there are a lot of them. And you can see as I click on them on that sidebar how it also changes it in the picture as well. Okay, let's see. Did I get them all? Nope, I still have that money sign. So I'm just going to hit on Contour again and click on that money sign. There we go. That should work. And then when I bring these two pieces together, you can see how they are just going to fit perfectly. And we can change this one to yellow, and let's change that offset to white. Now I need to size it, so I'm going to highlight the entire design, and up here at measure, I want the width to be 4.5. Looking at these colors, I'm not quite sure that yellow is really going to work. So let's go ahead and change that color. Let's change it to more of like a purpley color. We're going to click on Make. And this is our matte preview. So we can see our 3 mattes. We've got white, green, and purple. I'm going to click on Continue. For our materials, our white is just a basic vinyl. And our green and purple are going to be a foil. So I'm going to browse all materials, and I'm going to type foil. And we are looking for the foil adhesive. So I'm going to click that, click on Done. Now, because we are using a specialty material, I'm going to go ahead and click on More just to really make sure that I cut through that material nicely. And even though our white vinyl is different than our green and purple, I'm just going to go ahead and click that they are all the same. It won't hurt this to be cut out with a little bit more pressure. We're going to start with our white. And I'm going to take off my protective sheet off my mat and line up my white square on my mat. I have brought in my Cricut Maker and it is already connected with that blue light. I am ready to load my mat. This file can be cut with any Cricut machine or any other cutting machine that takes SVG files. I'm going to start the cut by hitting that play button. Then unload my mat. And when removing my vinyl, I'm going to turn the mat over and peel the mat away from the material. Load my next mat and continue until all of my colors are cut. I'm going to weed my pieces of vinyl, and I always like to start up in the left-hand corner. Now, foil adhesive is a little bit thicker than regular vinyl, so go a little bit slow and just kind of move around each of those cut lines. I'm going to cut a piece of transfer tape and I'm going to start layering my design. I'm going to pick up the show money first. Just put my transfer tape right over the top. Scrape it down. Remove that backer. And then I'm going to layer it onto my white piece. And I just have to make sure that I've got it going the right way. I'm going to lay a piece of parchment paper down. This will make it so my design does not stick before I want it to. Just put it right on there like that. That white back piece is really hard to see through the white parchment paper. So I'm going to bring in my light pad and this should help me see. Oh yes, see, I can see that much better. Find the placement. Make sure that everything is well spaced. Press down that top part of the transfer tape and move the parchment paper, and then I can press it down. Now I should have added the green layer as well. That's okay. So show money is on there. What I should have done is picked up the purple, then put it on the green, and then put it on the white. That's okay. We can still fix it. So I'm just gonna pick that up. I'm gonna bring in my little money bank here, and I wanna make sure that it is facing up. So I have my slot there at the top, and we are going to place this part, the show money. Okay, so I'm gonna peel off the backer. I'm going to use my parchment so that I can get it nicely placed right where I want it. That on the back, and then I can move this around. And I want this to be kind of at the top. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see it a little bit better. Now I am an eyeballer, so if you need to measure, that is totally okay. So I'm sticking it to the top of my coin bank, my acrylic coin bank. Got it where I want it, so now I can move that parchment paper, and again I'm just going to roll that down right into place. Press it down with my scraping tool and then peel up my transfer tape. There's our show money. So now we are going to pick up our green piece. I'm going to roll it on, peel back the backing. Again, we're going to put that parchment paper back on there. And I'm going to bring in my light pad just to help me see it a little bit better. And I can make sure that I get the right spacing. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to press down the top, remove the parchment paper, and roll that down. Press into place with my scraper tool. There we go. Now we have all the layers. We just kind of did it in a weird order. All right, now let's take a look without the bright pad. Look at how cute that show me the money is. Now I put it on the white backer just to really help it pop. Since the box is clear, it'll just make it easier to read. Now we just need to put some money in it. This project turned out so cute. Make sure to grab that free SVG. And if you want more fun, free craft tutorials, make sure to check out my website, thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.